So, hi everyone. I'm here with a very, very difficult task. Because first of all, I'll be speaking in English, and you'll be hearing Greek all day, and you like Greek, of course. And the second thing is, I'm going to be talking about a theme that is very boring for some of you. I'll be talking about education. More concretely, I'll be talking about disrupting education. But the first and the most important thing here is to understand, who is this guy? I mean, who is he in the stage, and why is he talking about education, of course? Today, if you go online, you have all these cheesy titles. So everyone is a visionary, a leader, an innovator, a coach, an author. Everyone is so cool. But if you have to choose one of these titles to be mine, I would like you to choose dreamer. And doer, of course. But why dreamer? Because I think we are all dreamers. All of you in this room are dreamers. You all have things you want to conquer. That's why you are here. In the first place, you wanted a seat at this TEDx event, right? And you got it. You dreamed about it, and you made it. Congrats. The second thing I think is very important to remember is that the best age to be dreamers is that when we are young. If you look at a young child, they will play with Legos. They will play around. They will ask for things, and they will want everything. And then they will start wanting things that are very small, like reaching that object, or trying to talk, or trying to do anything. So childhood is the best time to be dreamers. And that is, in my opinion, the time when we will be incentivizing people to become dreamers. Of course, there are crazy dreams. For instance, I wanted to have underground tunnels under my bedroom to where I could escape when my parents wanted to talk to me. Of course, these are crazy dreams, and thank God they change. But, of course, being a dreamer myself, I have other crazy dreams. And the other crazy dream would be to create a conference. You know, gather all these people, a big audience. And I thought, I'll be so rich. I'll make a lot of money. I'll be the next Mark Zuckerberg. And the chicks will be all around me, and I'll be famous. Oh, yeah. Except that I ended up poor. Yeah, I lost most of the money I had been saving trying to put the first edition of my conference up. And the second thing that happened with this conference, and that's why I'm so passionate about talking about it, is that the director of the school, so it started as a school project when I was 17, and the director of my school said I couldn't make the conference happen. It was too crazy, it was too big, it was set to fail. And I said, okay. I changed the conference name, I re-invited all the speakers, and I did it anyway. And it was a major hit. It is now the best conference in Portugal, at least that's what people say, and I try to believe on them when they say it's good. This is now the best conference in Portugal for entrepreneurship and innovation. And we have a fabulous team as they have here in TEDx. But it was even more important than that for me. It was kind of an eureka moment. At that moment, when the director called me in the room and said I couldn't make my dream happen, I realized that in that moment, I had found my passion. And my passion was, sit tight, change education. And I know what you're going to say, seriously, you want to change education, you, a 19-year-old. And I'll kind of answer, yes. Don't judge me. Come on, why change education? Everything is so great, teachers are happy, students are happy, you guys are all happy because you have your jobs already. And the thing is, the first point why I want to change education so dramatically is that if you look at these two images, you can probably, I guess you can probably see the differences between the two of them, right? Yeah, you can. And that's what's happening in society. So society is changing with technology, with science, with innovation all around. And we have amazing things happening. But when you go inside a classroom, it will look like in the 1990s. It will look everything from writing on a chalkboard to the way that teachers talk, to the way that teachers teach, to the subjects you're learning. Everything is exactly the same. So, although the world changed, and we can all agree on that, schools haven't. And then there's this thing about failing and the reason why they didn't want me to do the conference. Because I'm going to fail. Ooh, so bad. It's going to fail. No, failing is good, because if I fail, I'll learn that I can probably waste all my money making a conference. That's probably silly. And I learned that, and in the second year, we actually were on the line. We didn't make much money, I have to say, but we were actually profitable. So where is creativity? Where is creativity in schools? How are we allowing students, how are we allowing teachers even, to be creative in their classrooms, to find out how they want to teach, to find out what they want to learn and what they want to be good at? Is nowhere to be seen. Because what we have is this stratified solution where math, of course, is the king and queen, is the most important thing. All have to learn math, and if you don't know math, you're dumb, right? I'm not very good at math. Then there's science, and language is an history that's kind of boring, no one cares really about it. But then there's even worse, arts. Arts, seriously, you want to be a painter? Oh my God. No, forget about it. No one is going to put your hands down in your back and say, hey, good, you're going to be an artist, you're going to be so good. No, no one is going to do that. But what I really think is that there are different kinds of geniuses. So, of course, we want to have doctors that fix our problems. When I have a problem, I go to the doctor. I don't go to a singer, right? But the thing is, when I want to get inspired, I look for a singer. So we need both. We need doctors, we need singers. We need doctors, we need singers. Not only doctors. Because what happens when we try to produce only doctors, teachers, lawyers, those cool professions? What we have is unemployment. Because there are a lot of students coming out with these degrees, and they just find unemployment. And some of these images are from young people really doing amazing things. And I don't mean just creating a company. That's the buzzword now, right? Entrepreneurship. Everyone has to create a company. No, I mean doing things in their day-to-day lives. They are really changing the status quo in some way or another. And what I think we're really doing, we, the outside world, we are running a huge potential. Because kids have ideas. They don't have so much dependence on money. And we are running the potential of them in school, finding their passion, striving for it, and actually being very good at it. So I'm sorry to say that the current education model is totally broken. And this is a serious problem. That's serious. So now what? What can we do? I mean, we have the problem, of course, and we all realize now that we have a problem, I hope. So what can we do next? We have to change the ways we think about school. We have to make schools places where you can actually help students set their goals, set what they want to be in life. Not tell them, hey, you should be a doctor, but rather tell them, try to find what you really want to be in life. Then we have to trust the power of ideas. Ideas are very important. And I don't mean like creating conferences or crazy ideas of that kind. I mean small ideas, small steps. We have to incentivize students to follow their dreams and to follow their ideas, because that's what they are going to be doing all their lives. And we have to raise entrepreneurs, of course. Although I try to avoid the buzzword, I have to put it in somewhere, otherwise you guys won't like the presentation. So we have to raise entrepreneurs. We have to raise people that do things. And I don't mean creating companies. I mean having action, being proactive while searching jobs, for instance. And we should place technology as an enabler and not as an add-on. I say that a lot because what we have right now is people putting a lot of computers inside the classroom and just hoping that everyone knows how to use them for school. And that's not right. I mean, most of my teachers don't know how to use a computer. That's true. Schools should be funny. They should be kindergarten experiences where you learn, where you practice, where you fail, of course, and you try again and until you eventually, I hope, do it right. But I want to say something that will come as a shock for you guys, probably, that problems are good. I love problems. And the reason I love problems is that problems usually let us focus on solutions. And solutions is what we need. We need solutions in economy, for instance, but we also need solutions in education. We have all this crazy, amazing stuff happening right now, a lot of documentaries, some startup education that is backed by Mark Zuckerberg, so it is cool. Of course, we have all these talks, and I'm talking about myself as well, and we have all this cool stuff. But please, stop talking, start doing. We are all tired of hearing people time after time after time after time just telling us what to do, what is wrong. Okay, we need solutions. Oh, wait. That's their fault, right? So you guys might think I'm crazy for sitting on stage, but that's actually what you're doing all your lives, you're just sitting and waiting for the government to fix the problems. That's what you are doing, guys. But no, I don't think the government is the only responsible for the mess we're in. I think education is about all of you guys, all about me, all about everyone. And so we should fix it all together. Yes, you too. Yes, me too. Everyone. And now comes the part where I try to explain why you guys should care. Well, first of all, try to think in the ones that are going to pay for your reforms, for your pensions. You see, the ones that are going to pay for your pensions are actually we, the youngsters. So you better take care of us, better make sure we have jobs, otherwise no one is going to pay for your retirement. Right? Okay. So we come down to the conclusion that it is about all of us. Right? We all have faults in this, and we all have the need to get involved in the process. And I just want to quickly make the link here. So I come from a country which is called Portugal. You might know, because we are the pigs, right? I came from a country that some time ago, and I'm very proud of it, actually, we gone to the world, we gone to the seas, and we found the world. And we came back to Europe, and we came back to the rest of the world and said, hey, this is actually around. Hey, this is cool, there are other countries. And I'm now in a country that gave us all democracy. The thing we're doing, and we are criticizing democracy every day, but the thing is, we all love it. Because if we didn't love democracy, then we would be moving to a place without democracy, right? And that's actually the other way around. People without democracy are coming to countries with democracy. So I think the two countries have gave so much to the world. I think it's time for us, and I don't mean only Portugal or Greece. I mean Portugal, Greece, France, even German guys. They should get along and play with us. We should give our hands together, and that's a metaphor, of course. I don't want to give your hands any kind of shaking. But we should give our hands together and start thinking and doing more than thinking in ways that we can change education. We should get out together, I think, and even one by one, we can do it. We can send letters to our representatives. Of course, if they receive 10 letters, they'll think this is not important. But if they receive 10 millions of letters, they will probably think that's an important thing. Don't you guys think so? I think. So the first thing we have to do is that we have to organize ourselves around communities, around persons that believe in certain things, in certain goals for humanity. In this case, education, of course. And the second thing we have to do is we have to organize ourselves to make big pressure on governments so they make change. And I don't mean that kind of pressure, guys. Stop burning things. That's not leading us nowhere, right? So yes, I think it's time to give like the little jump from complainers that we all complain, to leaders of action. People that are actually on the terrain and that are actually changing things or leading the change. I think it's time for a change in mentality. And I truly think that it is our chance now, because we have the tools like Twitter, Facebook, or whatever. Not MySpace, is that. And the second thing is, we actually have the problem here. We have some of the solutions, and now is the time for us together to actually find the other solutions and put those old solutions in place. Let's rebuild our education system. I think if we do so, we can rebuild our nations and show to the world that we can rebuild the whole world. Remember, I'm a dreamer, but that's my dream, and I hope you guys can make it true.